I started off writing this text to this one friend who was in need, who was just having a really hard time, and I found it to be like really encouraging to him. So I added my small group of friends, and the list just kept growing and growing and getting bigger. And I started adding friends' parents and like friends' friends I didn't even know. And so I started adding my parents to the list, and my dad started saving them all, and they just piled up, and now there's 180 of them in this daily devotional. This started in my sophomore year of high school. Just my friend was having a really hard time, and I just had no words to encourage him that were my own, and I thought the only way I could really help him was just with scripture or really powerful, encouraging quotes that I found helpful. It wasn't every day. Sometimes it was every day, and sometimes it was once a week. Sometimes it was more like once a month. It just kind of changed. Seeing is, I always do it after my quiet time, so it depends on how much time I had left and what was going on during the day and just what I felt like was on my heart to share. After a while, I could definitely tell if there was one friend on the list that was really having a hard time. They would be on my mind when I would write. And there wasn't always someone on my mind. Sometimes it was just something I was going through. Looking back through them, it's kind of almost like reading my journal and seeing what I was going through and what I was learning and how I was growing. The purpose of this book is really just encouragement. I know for me it's so easy to get caught up in the busyness. I am like the master of overcommitment and being busy, and I love having a lot of things to do, but at the end of the day, the most important thing is just being still and having quiet time, whether that's reading for 10 minutes, whether that's reading for 2 hours. I just think it's really important to sit down and be still and not be absorbed by busyness or all of the noise outside. When I wrote it, I really didn't know that it would become a book. It really wasn't my purpose at all. I really just wrote it as a note of encouragement and just kind of a boost for some friends to get through the day and just remember that there's something more important going on than all of the drama and all of the busyness. In each devotional, the beginning little part is either a quote by maybe a Christian author, maybe an old hymn lyric, maybe a more modern lyric, or a Bible verse. And then there's a following passage that's just some thoughts from me after it, hopefully to give some encouragement. A lot of my friends have been really surprised that I wrote a book and that it's published and that I'm 19. I'm pretty surprised too. I really did not expect this to happen, but it's been a very big blessing to me just seeing already like so quickly how many people have really enjoyed it and how it really has been an encouragement to so many different people in so many different walks of life. I am surprised the way that the interest in the book has spread. I knew a lot of my close friends knew about it, especially coming up towards the end. Several of them helped me with edits towards the end. But it was very surprising to see how it spread and whose hands it got into. And I had random people I had met maybe once or twice come up and tell me they just got my book online. And I was like, whoa, awesome. And one of my friends came up to me in the last few days of school and told me that the camp director of the camp she's working at was calling her, asking her how to get this book. And I was like, I've never even been to that camp, so that's awesome. But it's been really a blessing and amazing to see how it spread in ways definitely not my own. As I was writing this, it was very surprising to see how easy it was for all ages to relate to this. I started writing it for my friends my age, and they asked me to start adding their parents and their friends that I didn't know, and I sent it to my older brother and some of his friends, and it was amazing to see how easy it was for all of them to relate. It's not just for young people, it's not just for parents, it really can relate to anyone. No, I've not considered a movie deal. I grew up in a Christian family and I went to private Christian schools my entire life. I also had the blessing of going to Pine Cove Christian camps every single summer, and I attend Park Cities Presbyterian Church in Dallas. You can get the book at Amazon.com, just search my name, Gracie McCormack, or you can get the book on CreateSpace.com.